Hello and welcome to this tarot reading. This tarot reading is specifically for the Leos, right? For all those who have a Leo sun sign or a Leo moon sign, or you have Leo as your ascendant, that is the first house in your natal chart. Okay, so this is for all those people, and this is a weekly guidance, give or take a few days, and it is just some kind of information which I think that would like to has found its way to you, I would say. Okay, if you're watching this, and use your discretion, think through carefully whatever I am saying and then apply it to your situation. Since there are a lot of people watching, there might be more than one scenario which comes across in this reading. So take what you vibe with, take what is familiar, sounds familiar, or seems to add up for you. Let us see what is in store for this week for the Leos. What is in store for the Leos this week? Some guidance for the Leo. All right, here we've got this card. Oh, you got two, so that's that. And you have got raising your standard, right? First card, and second card, be honest with yourself. You're asked to take a good look at a particular situation, whatever is the first thing which comes to you, and there can be more than one thing also, but just know that the moment you have seen these cards or you heard me say whatever I said, something will click. No, that is what is kind of you are being guided towards that particular issue. So you need to be honest about yourself, about that situation, and whether it is that situation is let's say befitting you. All right, so this is one scenario. Probably you're thinking about a situation and you said that and you feel that this is not where I'm supposed to be, this is not the kind of people I would like to be with, this is not the kind of a company I like. So it's nothing about you being better or they being not so good. It's just that somewhere your vibration does not match that particular group of people. This is for a few of you for whom it is concerned with a group of people. Second scenario being, be honest about the kind of work you are doing. In whatever you are doing, probably whatever has come to your mind immediately, do you feel that you are doing enough? Do you feel you need to push yourself? I wouldn't say push yourself, that's not a nice way of putting across things. Are you genuinely putting the right kind of energy in that work? Sometimes do you feel that you're shamming it? Sometimes do you feel that you're cutting corners just because you don't want to give it your all? And if you are not giving it your all, do you feel that this is not something where you should be spending your time? So again, this question of raising your standards is telling you to take a good look within and see that whatever you are doing, is it worth your time and your effort? Does it really make you happy? Does it give you something? It's not that everything has to be a physical return. There has to be some feedback your efforts will give to you. Whatever you have created will talk to you, will give you a response. Are you listening to that response, and are you paying heed to it? And if you think that that is not enough, either you need to put in more or you need to leave it. That is something which you need to see. Somehow I think I need to get some tarot cards to look into this situation a little more. Let us see, get a little more detail on raising your standards. What is it about raising your standards? See, okay, I'll take these. There are quite a few, but I think they will be able to clarify the situation. See, here you're putting in effort for something, right? Eight of Pentacles, it's a card of working hard. And for some of you, it could be working with another person. So are you sure that you would like to continue working with this person? That is for some of you, putting in the effort. All right, so I think we've got a lot of cards. These individual cards are talking of individual scenarios. So one scenario is one where you're working with somebody, and do you feel that you want to work with this person? Do you feel you give your best to your work when you're working with this person? Do you feel that this person is giving enough? It's all about, uh, doing your very best. Is your very best coming out in this scenario for those people for whom it is work related? Second, Four of Cups. Again, raise your standards. What is it that is making you feel miserable? What is it that you feel that you can't seem to break away from as far as emotions are concerned? What is it that has got such a grip on you that you're not able to break out of it and see something, see another perspective for that particular situation? Are you too focused on what is at hand and not able to see other alternatives to the situation? So here again it tells you to be honest with yourself and raise your standard and try and come out of the situation. This is not worth it. You deserve better. You deserve more. And you need to put in that effort and raise your standard and search for that something more. This is for another set of people. Here, this is the moon card. It talks of, being, it is about intuition. It is what your inner voice, in a lot of ways it is something you just know from within. Are you being honest and listening with what is your inner voice trying to tell you? What is your intuition telling you? What are the signs which you keep seeing but you keep ignoring? So don't do that. Pay attention to them and work with them. It might be very new for you, but you're being asked to raise your standard and focus on those signs, whether they are inner signs or the physical signs you see outside, which give you some kind of clues and answers which you kind of are ignoring for now. All right, so put in that little effort, do a little research, just check on the net what everything means, and slowly you will start seeing the magical effect of these things in your life, that they come up to give you an answer. So it requires a little effort, but here the card is telling you to, these cards are telling you to go ahead and do it. Now for some people, raise your standards for as far as money is concerned. This is Four of Pentacles, right? So it is about, giving and receiving. It's about, being very, seeing things like black and white. All right, seeing things very clearly, managing your resources very wisely. So some of you, are you spending too much without thinking, and are you spending on the right things which contribute to you or add to you? And those of you who are not spending because you're feeling a little stingy, you don't want to buy that thing for yourself, you don't want to spend that money on yourself, this is again telling you that money is a means. It is meant to make you happy, it is meant to provide for you. If you feel happy not spending, then that is absolutely fine. But if you keep having that urge within, but you just don't want to part with your money, that is going to make you unhappy. And here again you are being asked that be honest with yourself and cater to what makes you happy. Even if you need to spend some money, it need not be something very lavish or extravagant, or maybe this is that one particular extravagant thing you would like to buy because you're so keen on it. Normally you don't spend that much, but once if you would like to, and it keeps coming back to you, it keeps pulling, you're tugging at your heartstrings, then what is the point of that money if it still makes you unhappy, right? So sometimes maybe that one odd time you would like to spend a little more on yourself. If you feel that makes you happy, then you can, this is just guidance. It's just telling you that don't stay small, and don't stay like that and make yourself unhappy. Small as in, don't stay small and be unhappy. Be a little generous with yourself. This is Four of Pentacles is normally associated with a miser. So those of you who are holding on to the money just because you wouldn't want to spend it, it's fine. Some things are it might be a little too much, but I think that is not the case for most of you. Maybe one odd person, but by and large it is telling you that if you feel like buying something which you feel that you can afford to buy for yourself, but for some reason you're not doing it, go ahead and buy it and make yourself happy. For another set of people, you have this Three of Swords. This is something which is like causing you a lot of sadness. You need to take a good look at it, and you need to tell yourself that this is not where you would like to be for a long period of time. Don't do that to yourself. Don't hurt your heart by playing, playing over in your mind what other people have said to you, or what sometimes you might speak to yourself. Sometimes we do have this thing of, putting ourselves down, telling ourselves that we are not all that good, or that I cannot do this and this is beyond me. It's kind of, you know, making yourself small. Don't do that. Don't pay too much attention to the, negative thoughts, because you need to be honest with yourself that they don't make you happy. Raise your vibration, say something nice about yourself, say something nice to other people, right, which makes you happy, which makes them happy. You have to. And there are lots of nice things, which we can see in ourselves and in others. Why be miserable and unhappy just by thinking negative thoughts, by replaying, those negative words also? Don't do that. And if you have that, scenario where somebody did say something, it's about time that you put that away. That also you're quite capable of doing. Don't give anybody so much importance, or don't give so much importance to what somebody else has said, so that it lands up making you feel unhappy. No, you need to push yourself a little and get out of that zone. For some of you, you have this Nine of Wands. This is telling you, be honest with yourself. Are you putting in too much? Are you putting in too much effort into something? Is it really worth it to feel all battered and bruised by putting in so much work? Keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it, and feel tired and exhausted all the time. Raise your standard. If something is demanding so much from you, it should be giving you back as much. If it is not, be honest with yourself if you would like to continue with it. All right. And then there is one more group for whom it says this is the Queen of Swords, which has come out. Be honest with yourself about the way you communicate. Is this the best way you can communicate? Because the Queen of Swords has some pretty sharp words to say, right? I mean, she's very cut and dried as far as her communication goes, and she can be very, very blunt. But do we always need to be blunt? This is what the card is telling you, to be honest with yourself. Do you always have to say the blunt truth? Do you always have to say the truth in its very, very, cut and dried way? It's all about communicating. Somebody, you're being asked to, just just look inside and, observe your communication. And the last card is Seven of Pentacles. Be honest with yourself about, what you have grown for yourself, all the effort you have put in, whatever you have got. Are you happy with what you have received? Whatever you have done, and whatever you have got as a result of all the effort. And yes, if you have been working very hard to get this, be honest with yourself that yes, I've put in the effort, I have got a lovely harvest. This is the card of harvest, right? Beautiful flowers have grown. Take some time off and enjoy these flowers, right? You deserve that. You're not always meant to work, okay? After a spell of long hard work, you need to rest as well. So this was your reading, Leos. It was a long reading, but there were so many of you. I wanted to cover all these cards, and I hope you enjoyed the reading. Thanks for watching.